Hey there, and welcome. Thank you for clicking through. My name is Coach Nikki G, and I am thrilled to have you here and give you more information about my upcoming coaching program called Embracing Your Authenticity and really unleashing the blueprint for transformation. And that's what it's all about, is really getting clear on what's important to you, not what the outside world says, the outside voices, what mom and dad, what you grew up, the shoulds, I should do that, what Instagram, social media says, like truly discovering who you are. That's going to be right out the gate. And you're going to have an aha within the first couple sessions, truly of figuring out, wow, that's who I am. And then the fun's going to begin. I want to start though and share with you a little bit about me and my transformation. I love transformation. I love guiding people through transformational breakthroughs in any area of life. It doesn't matter what area of life you want to break through, the blueprint is the same. The questions to figure out what's blocking you or the resistance, discovering what's truly authentically you is the same. There's a great saying, the quality of questions you ask is equal to the quality of life. And I learned that myself. Years ago, I had my first business. I've just been an entrepreneur at heart since my beginning of time. I even knew when I was a little girl because my dad owned his own business. That's where I learned it. And I didn't know what I was going to do exactly for a living, but I knew I would own my own business. I already had that decision made when I was a little girl. Sure enough, 24 years old, started my first business. Had it for 14 years. 2 years before I sold it, I transitioned and became a coach, transformational coach. I wanted to go deep with people. And I ended up traveling all over the country as a lead trainer of NLP, neuro linguistic programming, which I'm going to bring a lot of that into this programming. NLP, real big picture, it's the language of your mind that creates your reality. I'm going to dive deeper on that. For me, my transition, I've got lots of stories, but this was a big one for me. I was actually an esthetician. Okay. So I was doing one-on-one work with people, and I learned really quick that people's problems were so much deeper than the skin. And I was like their therapist. I've been a therapist, I feel like my whole life, but 14 years one-on-one, I definitely got some therapy background of just getting to know people, and they really opened up to me. They really felt comfortable, had great rapport in what was going on with them. And what happened is I started to feel back up, this is probably around the 10-year mark. I actually started to get this feeling that being an esthetician was not going to be the one thing that I did for the rest of my life. I woke up and I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. It wasn't fulfilling anymore. If you're in that industry, it's a great industry. There's no downplay on that whatsoever. But I had this inner voice, this inner knowing. My authentic self was yelling out, hey, it's time to do something different. And you might imagine, I had so much crap come up in my mind chatter. I started to freak out. There was a part of me that was excited, and there was part of me of like, well, what am I going to do? I was in my mid 30s at that point. I had been doing that for so long that I started to get that chatter of, well, what am I going to do? I'm too old. I'm too old to go start again. Who am I? What am I gonna when I go back to school? That's time, that's energy, that's money, and go work a 9 to 5 for somebody else when I've been working for so long for myself. And I just was stuck. It was like I was trying to search, but digging myself deeper into a trench, if anybody can relate. And I was really frustrated, and I was searching. I remember I thought, well, maybe I'll become a nurse practitioner, and I went and talked to people about going back to school for that, but nothing felt right. And during this time, I would talk to friends and some of my really good clients who I had good rapport with, and like, gosh, I just want to do something different, but I don't know what. And it was really interesting. And bless their hearts, no blame whatsoever. And not all of them, a lot of them were like, look at what you have. You should be so grateful. I mean, you've got a great schedule. Look at all the freedom and flexibility you have. You have your own time schedule, and look what you've created. It's a beautiful space and you work on your own terms. Like, wow, so great. And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I should just be really grateful for what I have. Maybe I just need to get back to being really grateful and somehow I'll magically love what I'm doing again. It's cute, huh? Yeah, didn't work. Now, I want to be careful. Be mindful. I love gratitude. In fact, in the program, we're going to be doing a gratitude journal. Write gratitude every single day. Love it. Very important. And in this situation, I'm going to be transparent with you. I was using gratitude as spiritual bypassing. What do I mean by that? I used gratitude to just try and gratitude myself as an excuse, as a way to just be happy with where I was so I can continue staying safe in what I was doing. And it would kind of work for like a little bit. And then that inner voice, my true authentic self was like, yo, no, you're not happy. You can gratitude yourself all day long, but you're avoiding and resisting what is truly meant for you. Now, here's the thing. I was like, but I don't know what it is, right? We all want to know, just tell me what to do and I'll go do it. I know, I get it. I really do. But that doesn't always work. So I kind of stayed there. And I stayed stuck for a while. A lot of time went by, actually. Now, I got a blessing in disguise. Sometimes blessings don't come in the most comfortable way. And at that time, I was in a relationship with a gentleman and we had broken up. I went, here I go again, another breakup, another guy who did XYZ to me. And I woke up again and I went, oh, my career's not great, another failed relationship. You know, I think I'm the problem. I woke up and I went, I don't know, I think I'm the common denominator in this thing called my life. And it was the fire that I needed to light a little something underneath my butt there, underneath the butt, and go, I think I need to work on me. Yeah, I know. If you're not getting what's happening out here, you're not enjoying, that is definitely an indicator that you need to do the internal work. If you are ready for a transformation and if you're just not getting what's happening out here, you need to work on becoming the next version of yourself to even handle what's coming next for you. And that's what I had to do. See, I didn't know what I wanted to transition to in a career. I didn't know, but I had the desire to take one step at a time and figure it out. And when I started to up-level myself, to go in and find out all those unconscious limiting beliefs, I'm not good enough. I'm not lovable. I don't trust people. I'm not smart enough. I don't learn quickly. I'm too old. I can't do this. Who am I? Everyone else is doing it, but I can't. I had so much gunk, and that's the stuff that you need to actually look at and face and bring up. And I guide you through with some tools to release and start pre-programming your unconscious mind. That right there, my desire though, to go, I need to work on me, is what created my own transformation. I went to a personal growth and development training for $200 for 4 days. I didn't tell my friends what I was doing. It was my birthday present to myself. I showed up on that first day and it was my birthday. And I was ready to go all in. I really wanted to go all in. I was humble. I wore my humble pants every day and went, I've really got to look at what's going on in here. And I did another thing. There was some advanced trainings that were very expensive to me at the time. They were about $5,600, $5,700, this one. And I didn't have the money for it. You guys, I didn't have the money. I put it on a credit card. That was a lot of money for me at that time. I had never spent that much on myself ever. But you know what? Worth it. So aren't you. There's no dollar amount on the value and working on you and leveling up. There is no dollar amount. You are so worth it. I was so worth it. I'm so glad I bet it on me because I put that on that card and I've made that money back tenfold and more. I went through this program and I got some breakthroughs and I became a master practitioner of NLP. I actually went on, I was like, I want to be a coach and I wanted to be a badass coach. And I got an opportunity to work for Keller Williams Real Estate as a transformational coach, working with some very prestigious, incredible coaches, and got to coach some incredible people along the way as well. As part of my learning, you guys, the only way you're going to learn something is to go through it. Even when I was brand new, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, guess what? The only way you're going to get good at it is to just keep doing it. It's repetition, repetition, repetition. And I was willing to go all in, repetition, repetition, and play with the big dogs until I really felt like, man, I got a handle on this. I love coaching. There's still more to learn. I ended up becoming a trainer of neuro-linguistic programming. I ended up working for the company that I took all these trainings from. I've done multiple trainings in other areas as well. But for almost 5 years, I traveled all over the country to the major cities in the US and some in Canada as well. And I led groups. As a lead trainer, I help people with transformation, thousands of students, thousands of people by this point, of teaching them how to get change and how to work with the unconscious mind. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And you need to have a knowing and awareness to be able to loosen that grip and then to go in and use proven tools. I'm going to use proven tools and techniques in this program to help reprogram your unconscious mind, to remove the limiting beliefs so that you can get so much clarity knowing who your authentic self is, removing any baggage, any crap that no longer serves you because someone told you you're not smart back in third grade. But guess what? If you don't do some release work, that still wreaks havoc. And then taking aligned action, then it gets fun. Okay, getting rid of the baggage part is the easy part, you guys. Then creating a plan of aligned action and really getting some momentum and feedback. And here's what I love about group coaching. And it's intimate. I don't want a big group. I want to keep this small and intimate because I guarantee somebody else in the group, there's no coincidence, by the way. Whoever joins this group, you're all meant to be there. You're all meant to be there for a reason and learn from each other. And somebody might say something, you're like, ooh, that's a good one. I didn't know I had that in me too. There's such a benefit to being in this incredible safe space and witnessing other people's transformations. I get emotional just thinking about it. Helps you with your own transformation. And that's what I want to create. I'm really crying and I'm going to keep this video. Oh my gosh. That's what I want to create. That's what I want to do in these 12 weeks with you guys and have an incredible journey to be a guide on the side for you guys to start living a life that's really freaking beautiful. So join me. It's going to be starting February 14th. I might have another day as well if I fill up that first group. And I look forward to really taking you on this journey of your own transformation.